All right, this is Piel de Sapa. This is a variety from Asturias in Spain for cider production. It's one that of the Spanish selections that I've really liked for fruit quality, and it has this nice rough skin to it, fairly good yielding. So still learning about it, but you can see it has good vigor. It's on G.935 rootstock, planted in 2018. So what we're looking to do in this tree here is to start doing some renewal, making sure that we're not letting too much shading happening. We have some interesting things happening at these tiers, for example, where the different growth years happened. So again, in the spindle system, don't get attached to branches. We're looking to take out some of the bigger branches. So for example, take out this branch down here, and then we'll hope to get a renewal on that. I'm going to be looking for one more nice big branch to take out on this tree, which will be this guy over here. Again, doing a somewhere between 2 and 4 fingers of a stub on the tree on the top, and trying to encourage latent buds or dormant buds on the bottom of this branch to come out. So it'll be very similar to what happened to this branch here, and you can see that there was a stub cut made and then a renewal branch that came out. It's a little upright and stiff, but even if we just tuck that one under the wire, that's going to be a really nice fruiting bud branch for the future. Otherwise, we're going to be doing some just cleaning up of the branches, some light pruning where they had more than one leader on the branch coming out. Again, the idea with a spindle system is simplification, right? You want to have very few complications in your branching so that when it comes time to renew it, you're not too attached to it, but also that you're letting sunlight come down throughout the entire tree, right? So there should be equal sunlight interception on the top of the tree as to the bottom of a tree in the spindle system. That guy there. So you can see we've done that quite a bit in there. And here's an example of fork here. So we'll take out one of those forks. This looks like it got cut for scion wood, so I'm just going to cut it again. We do share some budwood from time to time. So something like that, right? It's meant to be a quick system. I can't get everything on the other side, but that gives you some idea here. Let's go and look at the top next. Okay, so this is the Piel de Sapa. We're at the top of the tree now and thinking about what to do. We're at the top wire. This wire is approximately 9-10 feet off the ground. So having about 2 feet above that is totally fine, so long as it doesn't get to be too much where it's going to shade down below, or too heavy where it's going to break. Sometimes we can have a little bit of flop and drop where you allow it to fruit and break, but we don't want to overdo that. So we're just going to thin out some of the side branching here, make sure that the leader is getting is going to get stout and stabilized and not have too much competition from side branching. And get to the very top here. And I'm just gonna quite get that guy off all the way. That's it on the top. I like that a lot. Very simplified. Just clean up this little side branch here. And yep. So basically from the top of the tree up, that's totally fine. If we get a little bit of fruit on here this year, next year we might have to do a leader replacement, but I like the height of where this tip is right now. To do the other side of the trees, so my back will be to you a little bit. Here's an example of what happens when you do a heading cut in a spindle system. So this got headed maybe 2 years ago for some reason. Maybe it got broken by a tractor or just somebody made a weird cut for some reason. And you can see we got this whole cluster of branching up here now. Now what do we do with that in a spindle? And then you have to remove it. And you have very little fruiting wood, especially you have one flower bud here in this first foot. So unfortunately, even though it's not a bad branch angle on this branch, all the fruit's way out here, far away from the trunk. So that's a renewal situation. Sometimes you can do this interesting maneuver where if you have a branch that's long enough, you can do a little tuck like that. Helps to bring the branch down. And then we'll have to shorten that up next year when that gets set in place. And we'd probably cut it to something like right in there next year. But for now, we'll leave it, and that flattens out that branch and allows us to save that for now. Okay, gotta move on from that tree. So this is a complicated situation here. We have some branching that kind of all piled up on each other right in this area here. We can see that we have some bigger branches in here, and all of the fruiting wood is going way away from the tree. So we're gonna have to make a couple big cuts in here to make sure that we keep with the training system that we want in a spindle. So I'm gonna take out this big branch here. Again, bevel cut. And then I'm also gonna take out this one here. I have almost no fruiting wood. I have 1-2 flower buds in the first foot of branch here. Okay, all of our fruit is way out away from the trunk. So let's renew that branch, regrow it. Got plenty of other fruit on this tree right now. Not too worried about regrowing that. And then we'll just clean up some of these others. Again, trying to simplify some of these branches so we don't run into that situation again. And then here's another big branch. We have this other branch right here that's actually pretty nice. It's not the best angle out, but it's got a lot of fruit wood on it. So I'm gonna actually save that other branch and take out this one here for now. Now you can see how much more sunlight we get in through the tree. Every year you do something, you don't fix everything in 1 year on a spindle. That's probably about all I do on this side of the tree. Time to move on.